Kevin O'Leary is one of the most successful, certainly one of the most famous investors and businessmen around, because he's a TV star in addition to a businessman. He's on Shark Tank and has been for 15 years. We talked to him for a brand new episode of Tucker Carlson today. Here's part of it.
And it's a great segue into another conversation that I think is going to interest you a lot. The government in 2020, all of those programs to put money into the economy,
yes,
the helicopter money, are being debated now. Were they too roughshod? Were they too fast? Were there not enough rules? PPP came. You remember PPP?
Very well.
Administered by the banks. So you could just call your bank, and if you qualified, which most small businesses did, and small businesses are defined by 5 to 500 people. That's one measure of them. And they represent 62% of our economy. They are the essence of the American economy. And so it was a good reason to try and save them. And they announced another program, and I didn't even know about this. I learned about it through this mandate we're doing in North Dakota when Treasury funded the North Dakota Venture Fund. They also funded something else called the Employment Retention Credit. It's based off your W-2. So if you had employees in 2020 and 2021, you can get up to $26,000 cash per employee, not as a loan, as a one-time grant, but not like PPP, because PPP was administered by the banks, which you have a bank account if you're a business. You need to apply through a very arduous, difficult process for this. The program itself is 170 pages long. So nobody applied, because when they originally brought it out, they said pick PPP or the Employment Retention Credit, so-called ERC, but you only get one. So everybody went PPP. The pandemic gets worse. It's now 2021. It's a total collapse. Every business is shutting down. They changed the law to say both. You can apply for both. So if you're a business, the government spent billions of dollars back in 2020 or 2021. It's sitting there. It's already gone, already spent. Program's already done. In fact, the program's going to end in 25 months. And they're waiting for you to pick up the cash. Your cash. It's yours. It's like you left your car in a parking lot. You got to go pick it up now. And nobody's ever heard of this program. So I got approached to be a paid spokesperson for this and said, why can't you get the word out to America? And I said, first of all, I don't believe it. I would know about this. If anybody would know about this program with all the companies I have, I would know about this. And they said, you don't know about it. You've never heard of it. I even talked to governors I'm working with. They'd never heard of it. Nobody's heard of it. You've never heard of it.
No.
Son of a gun, it's real. It's there. And so the first thing I did is I called all my CEOs and said, have you ever heard of this? None of them had. I said, I want everybody on board. I want this application in there, because now we're paying up to 30% usury loans because rates have gone up so high with small businesses. And I realized we needed some real horsepower to process this stuff by the hundreds of applications. So I set up this thing called the Wonder Trust. Anybody can go to it, wondertrust.com. I'll take you right to an expert and you can get your money. I am on a mission to get to every company in America to learn about this program before it ends in 25 months. This is, if you're a small business, you know how tough factoring is now. You know how hard it is to get money for equity. This isn't a loan. It's a grant for your business. You got it back in 2020, 2021. Go get it. Go get it. Just go to wondertrust.com. I'm your advocate. Go get it. Imagine if you have 50 employees, that's $500,000. You got 100 employees, that's $1.1 million cash. Now, you've never heard of that. Money's already spent, already gone. Government already granted it.
So it has no effect on the federal budget if you take the money?
No, you can't. It's done. It's over. And if you don't apply in the next 25 months, you'll never get it.
Interesting perspective. Kevin O'Leary, that conversation on Fox Nation right now.